Reading is actually a paradox. Why do we read? It's because we're ignorant. Of course, reading books makes us feel something. Let us acknowledge our ignorance even more. Because of ignorance, we read. Because of reading, we feel our ignorance even more. It's a paradox. Another bigger paradox is, reading books is not always beneficial. We often say that open books are beneficial. Not true. At least that's what Socrates said. Books are drugs. He is both medicine. Drugs again. The key depends on how you read it. The key depends on what kind of concept you read. I believe in many great sages of mankind. They didn't necessarily read as much as modern people, because books were scarce at that time. But you can tell. Aren't they far more intelligent than our modern humans? That is my personal limited opinion. At least my reading. I also want to be entertained by reading. Be happy. There is something that can be gained by reading books. Of course. I'd rather be able to get a certain word by reading a book. So that's why I feel more and more. We don't need to look at the quantity to read a book. And the main thing is quality. To read mankind for thousands of years. The works of the great sages who have been accumulated. Really reading. Actually, you don't need to read too much. He's the main thing. It's to read the classics. Read good books, our current books. Too much, too much. We often get caught up in a sea of books. You don't know which book to read. You may be voracious readers. But it probably won't be of much use either. Because of the books you read. There may not be much gold content, on the contrary. If we really want to read books, you should read the classics. Experience reading the kind of human civilization precipitated. That kind of classic. That kind of essence. My friend emailed me and said, "I've read a lot of the books you recommend. But the only feeling I had when I read it was that I would try. I feel like I'm getting nothing. What about you?" Personally, I don't think it's right or wrong. You're sure to feel why now. You must also feel that there is nothing to be gained. But here's the problem. Is the harvest of your reading immediate? It can't be immediate. It's a long-term process. Reading is a kind of nothingness. In fact, all human achievements depend on hardship. Learn. What about everyone lately? It's a daily workout, right? You say that if you jump for 10 days, you will have a fitness effect. That's unlikely. All the achievements of humanity. It's all hard.